Yes, just people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to United Team Talk. It's Liverpool nil, Manchester United nil. Yeah, man. On his shed, on his even. Yeah, man. I'm very. I said I wasn't gonna overreact, but watching the game now and the chances that we had, we should have buried these lot. Got the usual guests with me. Shout out Ricky. Shout out Josh as well for joining. Josh, I want to come to you first. Yeah, man. Talk to me about that game because actually, let's take it back. The lineup comes out. How you feeling, man?
Um, I was a bit skeptical because of Barry not starting. I
Yeah,
knew
I think
Ollie
that's all of
trusts
us.
Linda. Yeah, Ollie trusts Lindelof and Maguire in the big games. When it came out, we had a strong team. It's just that was really skeptical
Mm.
thing. Um, First 30 minutes, Liverpool all over us. We just couldn't get a control. The midfield looked a bit empty and skeptical, but that's always going to happen. Liverpool always come strong against in big games. They start really strong. Um,
Yeah,
After that, I feel like we played really well. We defended. We had chances,
fam.
big, big chances. But a draw, I guess, at the start of the game, if we said we're going to draw, we'll take the draw in it.
Nah,
Um,
not me.
not you,
Not me.
you wouldn't take the draw, Jay.
Fam, I knew we could win this game. Fam. Liverpool, I've watched them the past couple of games. They're not that good. Like obviously they dominate possession, but what did they really do to test the hair today? Nothing. Salah, Mane, nothing. They were quiet, fam. But yeah, draw's not bad. As you said, the draw's not bad. We're still top of the league. But yeah,
Because
man, it's a bit
I just feel like there's games that coming up. Like we got Fulham and Sheffield
Fulham
United
and
now.
Sheffield, yeah, for
That's
real.
6 points
So
we should be getting. So I feel like the draw against Liverpool
it's not bad.
is not bad. Yeah, take it.
Well, Jax, what you saying, man?
Starting lineup comes out. Again, quite similar to Josh. I wasn't very happy to not see Bailly, which obviously certifies that he trusts Lindelof much more than Bailly, and that's his preferred centre back pairing now. So I wasn't happy. Game started. I was quite nervous in the first 25 minutes. I think Liverpool were all over us, like Josh said. That's what they do. There's certain teams that do that. Lampset do that as well. High energy, high. Do you know what I mean? So if you can get through that, you normally have a good chance of creating your own chances, and that's what we've done. I'm very disappointed in Scott and Fred today. I feel like even though they always defend pretty decently, I think on the ball they were very terrible. I think there were opportunities to really open up Liverpool even further on a counter if only they were a bit more composed and a bit more brave at the same time. And I think that's what really, really hurt me to watch because watching that game, I was like, oh my God, I wish I was playing. I'll have a field day. Like getting the ball and looking forward is like, oh my, like the ball over the top was always on, but for some reason, they were not taking it. The opportunities to get the ball and drive with the ball were always on. They were never taking it. But look, a point against Liverpool, regardless of what form they're in, regardless of what injuries they have, I think it's still a good point. And as Josh said, we've got 2 games that should be winnable coming, so that's fine. I think it's an opportunity lost, but I'll take the draw still.
Jesse, when I come to you, obviously at the start, it was very, very negative. I said I was expecting Lindelof to come in because I know if fit, he's gonna play. It was very negative. I said just relax. But a ball hasn't been kicked yet. Now that the game's over, what's your feeling, man?
Yeah, I see the lineup, and I was kind of shocked by it because I believe because this is against Liverpool, you know the pace of Mane and Salah, so it wouldn't be really a good combination to be playing Lindelof and Maguire. But as you guys said, in the end, they the defense we played very well today. As Jackson just said, in the first 25 minutes, you were getting pressured. We couldn't even keep the ball. I think there was a stat they had 70% and we had 27%. That was bad. And then, as you said, Jax, with Fred and Scott, they kept losing the ball. Like there was times where we could have cut through and like be on the counter to score and score, but their passes were
Can I,
not
can I
good
add
enough.
Bruno to that list as well? I think Bruno was
And
very
Bruno,
disappointed
and
today.
Bruno,
I
and
was coming
Bruno
to
as
that.
Very
well.
disappointed, yeah.
Second half, we come out, we start like get playing the ball well, and yeah, we just didn't take our chances. The big one with Pogba, I was so disappointed with that one. But today highlighted that we are improving as a team as well. So last year, I think we would have lost that game. So yeah, Pogba. Pogba on the right hand side as well. I didn't really understand it, but yeah. Today I was really shocked by Rashford and Bruno. I'm sorry, those were the two guys we looked for, and they did not. They did not do nothing today. Especially Rashford. He didn't even have a shot on target today.
Especially Rashford. I think especially Bruno.
Especially Bruno, but Rashford's one. Rashford's one. He had chances that he had chances where he should have shot. That's what gets me angry, and he does it all the time. So I'm not even surprised. So yeah, I'm disappointed.
Wait, Josh, what was you gonna say?
You know Bruno. Yeah, I think in his head, I think he thinks he can make every single pass.
Some of the
passes,
he's overconfident.
Some of the passes that he was making, thinking, just compose yourself and play.
Bro, I wish you was watching
like,
with us, man. I said the same thing.
You would just spray. I'm like, why did you go and spray that?
Every time.
There was one free kick. Did you see there was one free kick? You just played it to them.
Yeah.
I was thinking, put it in the box. Why are you trying to do?
Yeah.
Bruno was the worst player in Man United today.
Yeah, we'll get to him. Let me just jump to Ricky, bro. The lineup, obviously, I think that was the lineup I predicted, except for Bayern Lindelof. But I know you weren't a fan of the diamond. I don't know if it was a diamond or I don't know what it was. What was your take on the formation and how the game panned out?
So when obviously I was just open-minded when I saw the lineup, I was just thinking, I want to see how Ollie's going to arrange it. Because with that lineup, you have variations. You could do a 4-4-2 diamond, and you could probably still play a 4-2-3-1. So I don't know. You could play a 4-4-2. I don't know what he was going to play. So I was just waiting to see how it's shaped up, and then like when we kicked off, we were off the pace, fam. We were at 6s and 7s. We didn't know who was picking up who. I feel like Firmino, Thiago, and Shaqiri were causing us a lot of issues in the first half with the positions they were picking up.
Yeah.
Which I didn't really understand because Thiago occupied the positions which Thiago occupies. He'll drop into the back two to make a back three. He'll be deep pivot, just spraying balls and dictating tempo and ticking and talking, and we just let him do it.
Yeah.
We just let him do it, and it wasn't. We could have, if Liverpool's front three were on job, we could have been down 2 or 3 goals in that type of like the early 20 minutes or something like that. We could have been down. It was just strange, like because Fred and Scott are best pressers, but they couldn't come out because they were protecting the 2 centre backs.
Yeah.
And then whenever they jumped out, it just got played in behind them because Firmino would drop into the space they've left.
Yeah.
It was just peak, kind of like, so we kind of hung on in that first half.
Yeah.
I think Fred was the only one in the first half I saw that was helping us beat their press because we couldn't get out. He did like a 1-2 with
there was a couple of times,
which is good play. Like he realized it's not his job to normally do it in our team, but he realized like he had to do a bit extra just to get us out and get us on the front foot through the counter attack. So it was a bit techie, but second half it clicked. What I saw was that obviously I think we'll not play down the right hand side with Pogba, and then through the middle we had Rashi, Bruno, and Martial all making runs. Trying to get in behind, and the fact that we had a threat second half kind of didn't allow Liverpool to kind of put under pressure on us as much because we had the outball, etc. But I agree, like we were very poor on the ball. I think our plan A in the match was to try and find Bruno to Rashi, that type of ball.
Yeah.
And Rashford was offside 7 times.
Bro.
Rashi's runs were shocking.
I don't know why he can't.
He doesn't have to make
He got the pace. You got the pace to make it. Yeah,
just literally stand
on the last man,
like just on the right and left shoulder of the defender. And once the ball gets played in, you won't get all of them, of course, but you will get to 1 or 2 of them because you'll be onside. Also, the officials were kind of strange because there was one when he was onside.
That was shit. Sorry, excuse my language.
Yeah, like there's one when he was onside first half. And
with Fabinho, I remember that one.
They put the flag up early. And
so quick. And
Alisson came out with it and lost the ball. He came out early and he lost the ball. So from there, the turn of play, they would have been scattering to defend. So, like the game and stuff, I'm happy. I'm happy that we got a draw. I think it shows that we're not far off Liverpool. Especially the fact that we could do with that. I think the best attacking players were on the pitch.
Yeah. Because they're gonna say, attacking the injuries, but all the strikers were playing. So
and they had 9 days to prepare.
Exactly. And we played midweek as well. So
exactly. So I'm quite happy with that. I think it shows that we've made some type of progress, etc., and that we can be considered as title challengers.
All right. Let's talk about the main parts of this game now. For me, the Bruno chance, I know in hindsight you can say he could have done better, but Ricky, you said as well, Alisson.
I know the thing, bro.
Alisson,
I told you, bro.
He kept them in the game.
Yeah,
kept them in the game.
When I've watched so many games here over the past 3 seasons of Liverpool, because I'm very intrigued with what Klopp's done and how the FFG has handled Liverpool as a club. They've done amazing. And Alisson, to me, people will agree with me. I think he's the most important player. I think he's the one that made everything tick. People say Van Dijk.
They forget about Alisson. That's the thing.
Don't forget about Alisson. I think it's Alisson. He's made ridiculous. I've watched games between him and them and City, and he's made ridiculous saves. He's the one that starts for Brazil, right? It's not Edison.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, he's the best in the world.
Yeah, man. The sweeper keeper thing, he was doing that very well today. But
if we had Alisson, Harry Maguire's issues would be next.
It'll be halved. It will be halved.
How many times have I said this?
Van Dijk has the same issues as Harry Maguire. Let me tell you that. Remember when Pepe played? Was Arsenal versus
against Arsenal? Yeah, he killed him.
And they played a 4-4-2, and they played Pepe on the right. And Pepe was killing him.
Yeah, I remember
Pepe
that.
was running behind. He was getting killed. Like he was just like doing Wan-Bissaka challenges, last ditch.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about when
Alisson is very important, man.
What was that, Jax?
I was going to say that's the thing about when you're a defender, right? And you've got and this is where people forget sometimes that football is a team game. So whilst everyone talks about Van Dijk being the best centre back in the world, and he is, whether he's one of the best centre backs of all time, I still question that. But when you've got something that works for you, like a super keeper, it takes away some stuff that people don't realize. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? You just don't realize that actually you're very well protected by your goalkeeper. Same way now that we're looking at Maguire and Lindelof and saying that actually they're actually good centre backs. This is because they're very well protected. And just, I don't want to go off topic, so probably another time we'll talk about this. But I think the centre backs in this generation are nowhere as good as the previous centre backs. I think they're very well protected.
Shout out to Rich in the comments. He says a good point away against the champions, especially with their home record, and we're still on top.
Jerry, it's progress, man. It's progress. Last year we definitely lost that game with the lacks of Mane and Salah. I feel like last season we definitely lost that game. This season we're improving as a team defensively.
The fact that we're here and we're disappointed with a draw shows the level of progress we've made.
Yeah, the confidence I had this game, it shows how far we've come because
it shows how well Ole's done. Can you say that, please?
Yeah, of course. You got to give him credit. You got to give him credit because Ole deserves the credit because he's taken us to another level where now that we've gone to Anfield and we should have won, I think the title should be a realistic target for us right now.
Jack, do you think Rashid should have played on the left again today, or?
Of course.
Wait, let him answer.
Yeah, I think we missed a trick today. I think what I would have preferred today was to Martial to come off the pitch much sooner. Yeah, much sooner. He was killing our counter attack a lot of the time as well.
Because he's on the left though.
I don't mind whether you're on the left because we've played a lot of times, So yeah, I would have actually, on a personal level, I would have taken off Martial very soon. I would have put Rash on the left, as I said, he's probably our biggest threat, and I would have stuck Cavani up top. And I actually would have put Greenwood on earlier. I think Greenwood was a missed trick today. I think with Greenwood on the pitch, we would have definitely scored today. So,
but then who comes out of midfield? Because Pogba's on the right. Would you have taken off Bruno like Oli did?
Scott.
Yes, Bruno was horrible today.
Are you sure? I'll not put Pogba back, Scott, take off one of Scott or Fred, or
I would have taken off Bruno today. I think Bruno, I would have only made the substitution, some of the substitutions that I actually agreed with, but just a bit late. I think Bruno was terrible today. And I think regardless of what he's done, and regardless of the fact that he kind of come up with a goal, he was that terrible today that he needed to come off sooner. And I would have played Pogba in Bruno's position.
Wait, I've got a comment here. Shout out to Alfred Rain. I'm just looking at the comments a bit. Let me just read it out. He says Rashford's birth at the club in the last 7 years cost United the Premier League title. He is not selfish. He is a toxic little man. Don't want to find success. Small little toxic PR user. He's a fraud. Toxic local lad.
Somebody has an agenda.
I understand Rashford didn't have the best of games, but he's actually having a good season.
But what
man.
you're saying
I think this is
fraud, yeah.
a fraud.
A fraud. He's
Wow,
not a fraud at all. Rashford.
that is a mad comment. Alfred, what I got for you, man?
Which
Swear.
whoa,
That was out of the blue.
He said toxic little man.
Little.
But
That's such a
honestly, no,
strange.
can I just say something?
Whoa.
Honestly, Rashford, I've said this so many times. He has the worst decision making. I'm sorry, he does this all the time, man. Can't keep backing this. His decision making, he does this all the time. Like there was
Can I say
twice
what's funny?
where Cavani, slip in Cavani, or I always say get a shot off because I know you got good shooting ability. You either get the shot off or you pass the ball. He's running all the way wide. So like, where are you going? You're making Fabinho's job more easier. Like, what are you doing?
Do you know what's funny? Do you know what I find really funny about people that always go into Rashford? I find that we're so reliant on him that everything that he does wrong we see, kind of thing. How are we so reliant on Rashford?
Exactly. He's still young. But
shouldn't be that.
So,
we're in right
he's
now, like
23 or something. Do you know how young he is, fam? The whole team is reliant on Rashford to the point someone is actually calling him toxic.
He's got another comment. He says, Alfred Reyna says he is what you call a toxic British lad that has money.
Wow.
Wait. Can I ask this,
bro? Feed the kids.
This Alfred guy, I need to know why you think he's toxic, please.
Well, like Dave says, Alfred, who took the jam out your donut? Because it's true. Alfred's moving mad, fam.
Alfred.
He's come back. He says Rashford is that guy when you play FIFA. Is that VFL? I don't know what that means. And that striker don't pass and then blame CDM or defense. He's probably talking about pro clubs or something. But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Rashford.
Wait, what is the agenda?
I don't.
Rashford?
I understand why he's angry with Rashford today because it's true. The decision making today, it looked like he wasn't up for this game. Like normally he's more, but today the decision making again was poor. He didn't even have a shot today. He took one free kick, hit the wall. I mean, but I'm gonna back Rashford, man.
I'm gonna back him. Sorry, I don't think he had a good game, but he wasn't like the worst player. Like, what did Martial do? What did Rashford do? What did Bruno do? What did Scott do? What did any of them do?
I realized something. I think one of them has to get dropped. I even said before the game I wouldn't even play Martial. I think either Martial or Rashford has to hold bench. In my opinion, that's Martial that has to hold bench.
Listen, if you want the best out of Rashford, play him on the left. And play him on the right. And every time he makes a bad decision, everyone gets onto him. Play him on the left. And how can you call him toxic? I can't believe I'm here. He's been our best
top goal scorer as well.
Guys, playing devil's advocate, yeah. His job also is to get us up the pitch and make Liverpool's backline play a bit deeper than they normally do. So he did that at least tactically.
Yeah, but Fred and Scott couldn't find him.
So,
it's true.
And we say
it creates space for other players. It creates space for other players.
And we say that he was offside 6-7 times. Bro, sometimes you're offside because the ball's not coming. It's not coming
on time. And when it comes, it's a bit too heavy that the keeper can just...
Because I understand, sometimes when you watch football as well, you don't really see it for exactly what it is. For example, that Fabinho chance where went as wide as possible, trust me, is not how it looked. When he's got the ball, you're running. And Fabinho,
he was sick.
Yeah,
he was
I put that more to Fabinho defending really well than Rashford doing the worst thing. I think that's Fabinho just doing.
This African, sorry, he's making me laugh. But shout out Harry. Harry's always supporting. Always says.
Harry's my guy. Harry's get Harry on, fam.
He says, "Did you see Bruno angry when he got subbed? He wants to stay on the pitch because he knows that he'll score." And Alfred comes back and says, "Bruno's just getting angry. It's just an act. We want result, not play acting." Are you a United fan? Because
I'm very booky, Alfred Roy Keane.
It sounded very booky, but
Bruno was annoyed because of the sub got delayed.
To come off the pitch.
Yeah, because he thought Scott was coming off and then they took him off.
Yeah.
So obviously that's why he was annoyed.
I'm sorry, I like the fact that he was angry, but because he was angry, but he didn't snub the team. He still went and shook Ole's hand. Yeah. Then even when it went off, he was still shaking people's hands. So it's probably more anger with himself, which I do like to see.
I think he played Oli. I think
say that again.
I think he was angry at Oli.
He still
I think
showed his
That's what I'm saying.
hands.
He was.
I think he was.
But
he
he's
was
still
like
respectful.
Yeah, but
yeah.
don't see,
But it's still
don't let your
respectful, that's what I
arrogance
mean.
be like, oh, because you did not play good. Like if you played good, he would definitely not like talking you off. He did not play good.
That's true.
Like Pogba
Honestly-
Pogba's playing on the right. He never plays on the right, and he still had a kind of a decent game. So that's when Rashford went on the left. That's what I'm saying. When Rashford went on the left, he had that chance straight away with Bruno.
Yeah.
It's
When
like
he took on Arnold,
Yeah,
That's
Luke
that's
Shaw
one thing I
overlap.
wanted. I would have played Rashford on the left, bring on Greenwood more earlier, play him on the right, and Cavani up top, and play Pogba, Scott,
On
and
the
Fred.
left, and
That's what I
further
would
left.
have done.
I would have done that. I would have done that.
Sorry, Alfred's come back again. He says Fabinho did not defend
And he
well.
hates Rashford.
He says
Look at
Rashford gave
his
him
talent.
time to defend. If he passed first time to Cavani, he would have scored.
Cavani's run wasn't the best. I remember that chance very well because I actually told Jerry if I was in Russian position, I would have slipped in Cavani. But I looked at the chance again. Cavani is like he couldn't keep up with the pace.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Kind of thing.
He wasn't
and he was
fast
too
like that.
close to Rashford. So it was like
Yeah.
if I passed you, you could just bounce off you or bounce off his defender.
I think he should have
think-
passed to Pogba on that side. to be
Yeah,
I
honest.
don't think he
Pogba
saw
was
him. I don't think he saw him. You didn't see
But
him.
he
But
was
I think-
by himself.
You didn't
I
see him.
think he's-
Like,
I
if you
think
watch it
he-
again,
Yeah,
go
go
on,
on, Josh.
go on, Josh.
I think he used Cavani as a decoy, though, because
Decoy,
I
yeah.
think he saw it. It was close to goal. Then he tried to take Bruno one-on-one, and then everyone just came back. But I think he used the one as a decoy. I don't think he was intentional even to pass to Cavani. To be fair,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to. Yeah, I think Bruno defended well, man. Alfred, man,
Yeah.
raw.
Man like Alfred Reina, my guy. But anyway,
Right.
let's continue the positives. Luke Shaw, man. I've been one of his biggest critics for a couple of years now, but this season I've seen an evolution. Like, I don't know what it is, obviously with the arrival of Tellez and that, but today he was on it. Like, I saw driving runs, I saw crosses. I was thinking, Luke Shaw, like, you really want to play left back for this club, don't you?
This is what happens when you have competition. I
I've
feel
always
like
thought it's alright.
I feel like the
Yeah,
respect
but
has-
Rick, for his standard, is better than what he's been doing.
No, but I've always said to you, man, you guys are being overly critical of Luke Shaw.
Oh, you was backing him even then.
I've always said that. I think in modern football, the hardest thing to do is
defend.
to defend 1v1. It's the hardest
Yeah.
thing.
Again,
I've never questioned Luke Shaw.
He's always had
one-on-one.
Salah smash.
Yeah,
Salah
This is
did
attacking.
nothing today.
It's his
Do you know Luke Shaw?
attacking.
Yeah, have you not? Let me tell you about players like Luke Shaw. Yeah, sometimes when you're watching football again, you don't clock. But have you played against them guys here that are just solid? Like they're so strong and they're so fast that you can't beat them, but they're not ballers. That's what Luke Shaw is to me. Like he's just so fast and strong that if he actually turns up, he's hard to play against, kind of thing. But it's the lack of football brain that kills me with Luke Shaw, man. And I feel the same about Wan-Bissaka.
Well, Rick, you're still on Wan-Bissaka. You're still. You see what I'm talking about now? Like I don't know, man. There's something missing there.
You guys want him to have. You want Wan-Bissaka and Dallo in one. You want him to be like Danny Alves going forward.
No, just
My
be
bro,
decent.
my bro.
Decent.
There's levels to this.
That's it.
There's levels to this. Ricky. There's levels to this. There's like, by the way, I'm a Wan-Bissaka fan. Just to put out there, I love them. I think he's the. I always make these bold statements, and I'll make it again. I think he's the best tackler I've ever watched. I genuinely believe that. Like tackling, the best I've ever watched, right? But football sense and just football sense. Like, just give me something. Give me something. Don't be. I don't like players that are 9 out of 10 in one area and then 2 out of 10 in another area. Don't be.
What did Trent do today?
Oh no, it's not today. It's not today. I'm just talking about.
In general.
Like the fact that Trent didn't do something today is a bit of a surprise. It is a bit of a surprise, though, isn't it? Right, but you look at Wan-Bissaka, and I'm like, don't give me 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10 attacking us. At least give me 5. Like,
just
just give me something.
One thing that hurt me is when he was on the attack and Pogba couldn't play with Wan-Bissaka, but because he's so rubbish,
he turned back. Yeah, bro.
Turned back. Yeah, I saw that.
But you know what? I feel like he's got some level of potential to just get to that level 5, 6 that I want. Because sometimes like he got a cross in today, that was all right. But it's like, why do you have to fall down every time you cross?
It was his cross that got Pogba to.
It was deflection. Relax.
It was deflection.
Like, why does he always fall down?
Yes,
I mean,
he actually done
it's
good.
a matter, but why? Ricky, why? Why do you have to fall down? It just shows that you can't move, fam.
Because he's running up full tilt, yeah, he has to get his foot round this. He's getting the angle.
That's poor.
That's
poor.
It's like he runs.
Hernandez used to do it when he used to shoot.
Yeah, but he used to score.
I'm sacking it. Being right.
Hey, let me read some comments, guys. Quickly.
You had money in on lock today, bro.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
One sec, Jax. One sec. Alfred again. He says Rashford only sees Bruno and no one else. I'm telling you, he's selective with his passes, which destroys the fluidity of our attack. Shout out Drew in the chat. He says Shaw was good, but he'll get Trippier over AWB sliding tackles. And Rich says, I'm stuck on the balls, like hoping for the hair to come out and command his box. It's never going to happen. It will talk. Real talk. Yeah. But as I said, let's go back to Luke Shaw. What do you think? Does Tellez ever get back into this team?
Some games.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah.
If you play a back five.
I mean, a left back then. Left back, not back.
No. He does. Some games you're going to need some resting.
I know.
I don't think he's ever coming back.
Yo,
if you play a back three,
Tellez defensively is shocking. Yeah, positioning is off. He doesn't know when to track back when the ball's about to be a turnover. He always gets caught in transition.
That's true. I'll clock that.
Every time,
and he's not even that fast to get back.
Mourinho had him. Jesus Christ,
he won't play. No way.
I think Ricky's right. I think if we play a back five, then he makes so much more sense.
Yeah, it's true.
But I like the fact. I mean, if you're gonna buy a player for Luke Shaw to be the best version of himself, then you've done the right thing.
Yeah, I don't think that was the intention. But
I only think he's better to play. Now, I'll never play Tellez in like a big game. Like, for example, like today, I will never play him. Like he's good for maybe like the small games where we have the ball and that, innit? So
yeah, Europa League, fam. Europa League.
Yeah, that's true. Europa League coming back next month.
That's why it's 13 million.
It's mad that we actually got Liverpool next week, but we'll get to that during the week. Man Rich says AWB when he's playing is like listening to Billie Jean bare breakdancing. He says the problem with Shaw is that he's injury prone, so Tellez will be back. That is another shout because Luke Shaw he even went down a few times today where I thought, is he okay? But he looks like he's finally got over the injury things for me.
It's psychological, brother. A lot of things in life is in their head, fam. I'm telling you.
You guys think he'll get into the England squad as left back finally?
Who else is available?
There's only Chilwell there, so I think he'll get in the squad, but I don't know if he will start.
Oh yeah, you must be thinking about that as well.
Huh? Say that again.
As I said, they've been violating him. He should have been in the squad.
But he deserved it though. He was crap. He's been crap, bro. Let's be honest. Luke Shaw's not been good. It's
been like I say 2 squads. He could have been in by now. 2 squads.
Because they've only had Chilwell. They even playing
Trippier left back, bro.
Yeah, Trippier. They're playing
Trippier left back.
Left Trippier.
What's his name? Saka from Arsenal. He's been playing as well.
There's even a friend. Ashley Young went to the World Cup.
Who knows? We're here saying maybe it's Tellez that we've bought that is making Luke Shaw play well. He's probably got Euros on his mind, fam.
Yeah, that's true. Another chance at it. Shout out Alfred again in the chat. He says, "Can Tellez play right back? If then, otherwise, Shaw is a complete player." I don't see Tellez over Shaw.
He's definitely not going to play right back.
Alfred's killing me, fam.
Harry says Lindelof Maguire played well against Liverpool today. The Liverpool game is very important. Now, does this Liverpool performance cloud moving forward? Because Lindelof, he actually played very, very well today.
You know what our clock point is? I was watching that, and Lindelof tells Harry Maguire where to be.
Yes, I've been saying this for how long? You don't listen to me, bro.
He always says, shuffle over left.
Lindelof watches. Lindelof is the commander of the centre back. He's not Maguire. He's saying for time.
So, and his weakness is aerial duels.
Yes.
Got a special guest entering the fray. I don't know why he's smiling because you needed to win this game and you're smiling. Was you happy with that performance?
Man, that performance was shocking. I'll be honest. I'm not smiling, but inside I'm in pain right now. Trust me.
Yeah, Liverpool, you lot. I don't know. Like what chances did you even have? Like what happened?
But saying that, United came and didn't do it. Like you had 1 or 2 chances, but I think United was scared.
Of course we were scared. But
of course, Liverpool.
Was you not afraid? Was you not afraid?
I was only afraid in the last 5 minutes.
Are you sure? Just the 5 minutes.
You guys were on the ropes from 60th, fam. You guys were on the ropes.
Yeah. Stop chatting rubbish, man.
We dominated the game.
Like I said, you were on the ropes from 60th, fam.
But obviously, in the last 5 minutes, we can't score after that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, United will just sit back. But obviously, 60, if United get a goal, maybe we can try and obviously get a goal back. But
Okay, so you wasn't scared that you were scared that.
I was
Okay, you wasn't
scared
scared because you think you could come back
10
even if we scored.
Say again, sorry?
So you wasn't scared because even if we scored, you feel like you would have still got chances
I feel
to
like-
equalize and stuff.
I had a chance or two, but last 10 minutes, we ain't scoring here. And if United score, we ain't going to score.
Yeah.
Well, but then obviously
That was
you
the
guys,
goal.
you guys' lineup came out. Was there any surprises in there for you? Because I think was Shaqiri playing right wing or number 10? I couldn't really quite work out where.
Well, it looked like he started on the right, but then he sort of moved to the middle and then Salah moved to the right. That's how I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Because when we played you last time, that's how it was. Shaqiri was sort of floating through the middle.
I think
He scored a couple of goals. I remember that was Mourinho's last game.
I think for me, he was better coming off the bench. When he's not as good.
I think he was the danger man today. You know.
Yeah,
He had a lot of
first
shots.
Shaqiri was
20
the
minutes.
danger man
First
today.
20 minutes,
He was
Shaqiri
scary,
and
fam.
Thiago are running the game.
He kept getting it in that pocket, but then if we had something better getting in that pocket, we could have done a lot more. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to me about Salah and Mane because against Salah, I'm sorry, every time he plays against Luke Shaw, he does nothing, absolutely nothing. Mane had a few openings here and there. Obviously, Wan-Bissaka leaves the back post all the time, but your front three, Firmino.
We're misfiring. Obviously, we're going through that spell where we're just not playing good at the minute, but we'll come back. All good teams come back.
Yeah, but it's been a while. When's the last time they scored?
It's been like 3 games they haven't scored.
It's been like 3-4 years, bro. It's looking peak.
Probably Palace. The last time we played good.
Mate,
I think we won 7-0.
That's a long time ago.
You see Salah, yeah? Like, you know he's not a skillful player. And that's why he struggles against Luke Shaw, because he can't outpace Luke Shaw and he can't outstrength Luke Shaw, which is what he normally does to every player to get his chances. That's why he always struggles. It's so easy to man mark if he really wanted to.
You can't say Scala's not skillful.
Shout out Football
I
Cup.
don't
He
think-
says Mo Salah's the Egyptian Jermaine Pennant. Bro. That is a vile.
Nah, bro, he's not skillful. Salah's not skillful, bro. Mane is what we call a baller. Like, Mane is hard to defend against. Do you know what I mean? But Salah, if you can match him for pace and match him for strength.
Yeah, there was times he could have took Luke Shaw 1-on-1, but he kept going back.
He can't. He won't. He's not on it. He's not on it because he can't outpace.
Their legs are out of juice, bro. And their legs are out of juice. The thing is, when you're like a sprinter, if you play too many games, you lose the burst of energy, the drive of the initial sprint. That's the most important part of the sprint. Your first few strides, the drive. And they play too many games, bro. Their legs are. They need rest, fam. They need a month, fam.
But they had enough.
But they've had, like Josh said earlier, they had 9 days. They had 9 days to prepare for this game. So
9 days.
Training, fam.
Time to prepare for this game, so I don't think it's to do with time. I just think to just misfire right now, and it happens. See, you can't
But they didn't fire. You know, to misfire, you have to fire. I didn't see nothing.
That's how you got that position.
Yeah, but I didn't see no firing, bro. I didn't see nothing. I don't know.
Even your fullbacks, Dan. I mean, Trent again. He wasn't threatening today. Robbo.
Trent had a shocker. Trent and Robinson had an all right game.
All right game, yeah.
All right game. I don't think United done enough to push them back to. You know what I'm saying? Like Bruno Fernandes had 1-2 chances. What did he do?
I said he was dead. I said it already. He didn't do nothing this game, but obviously he had that chance.
Going for the league. Obviously, you lot top of the league. You lot going for the league. That was a performance from United.
Not really.
Yeah.
To go to Anfield and not lose is
exactly. Who's beat you there in like 3-4 years, fam?
But before the game,
you have to not lose is title challenging.
You can do this.
To be honest, we had the chances to, but again, talk to me about your goalkeeper because he kept you in the game. Without Alisson, you lot lose 2-3-0. Let's be real.
That's why you buy a top class keeper.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
That's why you buy to save you when you're not playing well. Because if it wasn't for him, we probably wouldn't be as high as we are.
So you say us going for the league? Are you not going for the league this year? Because that you guys didn't look convincing at all.
4 games, no win.
Yeah, look at.
Listen, you got to remember it's a long season. So I'm saying you lot still got a big game. You lot are looking like you've won the league.
No.
I don't think any United fan generally believes like we could talk that we've won the league. We're not. We understand City is just right behind us. Like we're humbled. I'm still humble.
Because I'll be honest with you, yeah. If that was City, City would have come and beat us.
But they didn't beat you in like 3-4 years. So
But
bucks,
the way we're playing now, if that was City that came to Anfield today, they would have taken that game.
Yeah, maybe that's true.
But at the same time, Man City do press, so you guys could have even had more chances to score.
Yeah, but I don't think
you lot are so suited to beat City. I think even now you can still beat City with Salah and Mane. If they I still feel like the way City play,
I don't think
are very set up well to beat City.
Guys, Liverpool are going through a tough time. If you watch their games, that's why I asked him, are you really confident of retaining this league? Because it's looking very difficult. I mean, we're halfway through January. You lot don't have a centre back. You're playing Henderson and Fabinho. As good as he was, them two should be in your midfield.
Of course. But I don't think that's a problem. I think our problem is just not scoring right now.
Yeah.
Because we didn't concede. Although, like, obviously, things saved us. We didn't concede a goal, and obviously that's been good because obviously last couple of games we've been conceding goals. Today we didn't concede.
You see, discussing Liverpool, people forget that a big part of the chance creating metrics is the gegenpress. Yeah. Now, when you have two of your best pressers playing centre back, that's going to reduce your press. Therefore, you're going to have less turnovers high up in the opposition's area or in their half, basically, and then you're going to be creating less chances. Remember, you guys don't traditionally play with a playmaker.
We don't.
So your press is your playmaker. Yeah, your press is your playmaker, and because you're playing with your two best pressers, Fabinho and Henderson at centre back, there's not a lot of teeth to your press anymore. Yeah.
But them look down centre, but they've lost.
I'm sorry, it's facts. Sorry.
Jerry, put a comment back on because I feel someone's buzzing.
Yeah, he said he didn't see Thiago. Dan, what do you think of Thiago today? Because I saw him. He didn't do anything special, but he was actually pulling strings like most of the game. It's
just a joy to watch.
Yeah.
Hey, you did
sex cooler, man.
Oh, no homo, but it's just sexy. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Just like I just don't think anyone else was on. If our forward was on par with him, then we would have done well. But I don't think we're on par at the minute. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Thiago's not doing all right, but then if our forward were playing better, then it will show. Do you understand?
If I was you guys, I'd play him high up the pitch, man.
For real. Yeah, he fully played there as well.
Dribbled right or left of our midfielders. Yeah, like they weren't even there.
He's went to Fred.
He ripped Fred today.
He ripped them still.
Thiago.
Martial's not neck.
Yeah. To Trent. Yeah, I saw that.
Being on midfield.
Yeah.
That could be forward, and if we had Van Dijk back, that would have been a lot better.
It's true, because Thiago attacking, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be more scared if he was like floating at the edge of the box in that.
It's Shaqiri's position.
Yeah. If Thiago was there, you know he could pick up the pass or he could even bang it. So
can I say something? Yeah, go on. You know, there's this. I don't want to take the topic to something else, but you know when people say like, if you don't play in the Premier League, you can't be that good. Why is it that the top players come to the Premier League and it looks so easy for them?
It's football. Football's football. If you're good, you're good.
Thiago's like I feel like when Thiago's plays is like playing with kids.
I think it's because the Premier League is quite industrial. It's like the NBA of football. So you need athletes, and all of them are good in the ball. That makes sense. So if you can have a strong team like Liverpool does, and then have the icing on the cake like a Thiago, or Coutinho, they look amazing because they've got the people doing the running around them.
Okay, I understand that.
The players like your Jack Grealish's, when they're playing under Villa, even though they look amazing, because the players around them weren't strong, they're not going to challenge for anything.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Go, Joe.
Yeah, obviously, what does this say for the title race? Because I think City, when are they playing today? Now?
Have
they started?
Yeah,
it started.
14 minutes.
Goalless. 15 minutes.
If they win their games in hand,
Second.
they will go top. But what does it say for both teams? Because for me,
City go top if they win both games.
Yeah, because we drew today, innit? And they got better goal difference.
Okay, so by 7 points.
Yeah,
I think they'll be ahead of us.
If they win today, they'll go second.
Yeah,
and if they win a game in hand,
they'll go top.
They'll be a point ahead.
Man, yeah, see? So
City are gonna win the league.
nah.
Listen,
man.
City, listen.
Let's
City
wake up
on
and smell
the.
the coffee.
I think
City
so.
have won the
City,
league.
City.
So,
No,
You
I
got to
don't
remember.
think they'll win
You
this.
got
I
to
don't
remember.
think-
You've got to play some of the big teams, innit? It's not like it's 6-7 points. It's only 3 points. There's a long way to go. So,
Yeah.
I'm saying, I feel like he's gonna go right down to the wire. It's a matter of who can get the run of games, and obviously you can just get that winning streak. We win the league.
And that's what scares me about City, because when City hit it to gear, they just win every game, and it's not even winning 1-0. It's like 4-0, 5-0. Do you know what I mean?
City
Yeah.
ain't got-
But she can
and
still
they
drop
rotate
points.
while they do it, fam. And they rotate while they do it.
This is
They
it.
rotate a lot, and
They've
it's
got the
still.
quality.
It's true. But I still feel like City. Oh man, let's not forget before no one was talking about City, and there was a reason for that because they weren't winning games as well. They were drawing games as well. So I'm not gonna say they're just gonna fly and win all their games
Yeah.
because
I really think
Brighton 1-0. They only beat
I
Brighton
really
1-0.
think
Palace will be hard.
I really think this is United's year. I'm not.
Oh come on, man!
No, you know why? You know why?
Let Jerry go.
Because that, bro. When was the last time we lost? Like November. We're slowly going on the train. The train is going towards the time, and we're on that train. Yeah, we drew against.
If City wins their game in hand, they go top. So then playing with City, no?
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, I think we're gonna be. It's gonna be us and City. I'm sorry, Liverpool, but I think if you don't get a centre back this season, I mean this January, I think that's a huge L for you because losing Henderson and Fabinho to centre back that just destroys your whole midfield because you're playing Thiago Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum might even be leaving at the end of the season. His head might not be there. You got Ox. I don't know what's happening to him. KR. You got Shaqiri. I mean, something's missing, man. You need Van Dijk back. I see him. I don't know how close he is to come back.
Definitely, I would prefer Fabinho, but Fabinho's been solid for us at centre back.
But don't you miss him in midfield though?
No, definitely miss him because if Fabinho was there, we could have Thiago push up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? But we definitely need a centre back. But
Because Matip, what's
right
happening with him? I thought Matip was gonna come back this game because I see him. He's 50-50, but again, he's let you down once again. So you got Nat Phillips, Reece Williams. I mean, you need a centre back ASAP.
I think they miss Gomez as well. You know.
Yeah, centre back. That's what I'm saying.
I miss Gomez because when Gomez is there, because he's so dynamic and he can go side to side really quickly. You don't have to cover as much. You can just go.
Yeah.
But now he's having to rein in. He's not going as far forward as he used to.
I think.
But again, I don't think that's been our problem. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we haven't had a centre back all season basically, and we're up there. We haven't been scoring in the last couple of games. Salah, Firmino, and Mane haven't scored in how many games? And the last time we done that was 2015, I think it was. We've gone 3 games without scoring. Yeah. So again, if we had beat Southampton, if we had one score today, then no one would have said, "Oh, it's not our centre backs." Everyone would have been like, "Oh, we're doing well without no centre backs." So I'm saying again, obviously today we didn't concede a goal. But you say our centre backs, but United couldn't score. You say, "Oh, it saved us," but
but Dan, I think what Ricky's saying is
God.
the fact that when it's like the opportunity costing. So the fact that Henderson and Fabinho are playing centre back,
of course,
you really lose something with them actually playing there because and believe it or not, Henderson actually provides a lot going forward as well.
Oh, bruv, he's underrated. Underrated, fam.
Yeah, he provides a lot going forward. So that's the issue. I don't think it's the fact that you're not defending well. I think you're defending really well. And I don't know if you remember a few episodes ago, I was saying the way I've analysed football now, I think a lot of defensive midfielders can actually play centre back.
Oh no, yeah,
they can fully
A
play
lot
centre back.
of centre backs are ex DMs.
Exactly. Like even Maguire.
Maguire, you know Maguire was a DM.
Yeah.
And
So it's not the worst thing to play a centre back. A DM as a centre back. It's more what you lose by bringing them back there.
I got a comment here from Luna King. He said City are playing Rashford's future club. I don't know if that's a dig at Rashford that he should be playing at Crystal Palace. I don't get
Rashford today.
I don't get why Rashford's get all the stick today.
What does that comment mean?
I don't understand it.
I don't get it.
Zaha, basically.
Bro, Rashford has been one of our best players this season. Our top goal scorer, 14 goals, all comps. I don't understand, but he says will Diallo play next week? Obviously, I see him training with the first team. Hopefully, we see him against Fulham because he's a player I'm looking forward to seeing in this team. But going back to Liverpool, I think your time's done. Like I think the cycle's coming to an end because
it's done.
Are you not worried, fam?
I'm not. Listen, it happens, innit? obviously.
No, it don't happen because
Can
you
I
guys
ask
have
you a question?
you guys have had no injuries like for like 3-4
let's
years.
just go.
This is the first time. Wait, one sec. This is the first time you've had major injuries and you guys are falling like flies. Like it's never happened. So right now,
When we was top,
yeah.
obviously about whatnot, everyone was like, "Yeah, we're gonna walk the league." But then as soon as it was beat Spurs,
No,
everyone was like, "Yeah."
was you like that? Was you like that? Because I know most Liverpool fans were like, well, first, but you guys should be clear of everybody. Like you guys should be gone.
Hey, you should be clear, but again, we're missing loads of players, so we ain't gonna be as good as we was last season.
Yeah. So like when you look at your squad, your backup team, like this it's not there. Like can you really sustain this dominant period that you guys have been in? I don't think so.
No, definitely not dominant because
The
City
other
won't
thing
allow
as
it.
well, yeah. Say Klopp wanted to rebuild his squad.
How's he doing it?
Yeah. Who's gonna give you 100 mil now?
FSG, your owners are just
I'm
they're
saying,
some
what players
jokes.
do you sell and you get 100 mil
I don't
for, other than Van Dijk?
We're rebuilding. I just think we need to go and just sign a top.
Are you sure?
Nah, you need to rebuild. Look at Jota. Jota was a great signing for you, lot.
Yeah, Jota. We got Jota. We got
Yeah.
but we rebuild.
Yeah.
Why,
No,
why do
but
we need-
because he's the first proper guy to be a threat to your front three. But before him, Origi came on today. Was I scared? I just laughed. Origi, what's he come to do?
But you can't say Liverpool are done though.
Yeah,
No.
Liverpool's transfer strategy is to sell a player for a high amount, like a Coutinho, and then use that money to strengthen their squad.
Yeah,
So
you're gonna sell one big player to get the funds.
It's gonna be Salah or Mane.
One of them.
If we had someone like Harry Kane, mate,
You guys can't get Harry Kane.
You ain't
No.
buying that.
You
someone
have
like
the money
Harry,
to get Harry Kane.
You're gonna have to sell.
What
You're gonna have
money?
to sell Salah or money to get those funds because
Yeah.
your owners they don't
No.
spend.
Even
don't spend.
even if they sold Salah and Mane, Liverpool would never sign a player that costs over 100 mil. Never.
That's to rebuild.
if we will,
That's to rebuild.
No, you wouldn't.
the same way, obviously, when we sold Coutinho and we used the funds from that to
Yeah,
buy.
I feel it
One
would.
player though. I don't think you guys will ever sign one player for 100 mil. I don't think it's your strategy.
But if we say if someone came and we sold Salah for 80 mil, yeah, we'll do something like we'll add maybe 20 mil and go and get someone
Like
someone
Mbappe.
for 100 mil.
No, you guys would sign
No
two.
way. You said
Yeah.
two players.
Yeah.
Liverpool wants one player.
Sign
What
two
is
players
that?
for 80 mil. Definitely.
Nah, definitely. I don't think we need two players to change that.
No, you're not listening to me. It's not about what you need. I'm saying your club historically, does not sign the most expensive players in the world. They don't do it. Your club doesn't do that. You're not at that market.
You know, like
you're
Chelsea or City or United, basically.
Yeah,
you're not at Marks and Spencer and Waitrose. You know what I'm saying?
Lido and Audi and that.
We said they're cooperative. They're cooperative.
Bargains.
Oh man.
Bargains in that.
I want to ask
So-
that question.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking forward now. So obviously Liverpool and like I said, the Champions League. Yeah. Would you say then that with the defense you have now, you can focus on that and the league if you're on the title race? Which one would you take?
Say that again, sorry.
So obviously looking forward, you are still in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And I know Klopp wants to obviously go far in that. So if you're still in the title race coming into, let's say, March, April, do you think with your team you have now, if you don't get a centre back, you can compete in that league and in the Premier League as well?
Yeah. No chance.
No, we definitely centre back. If we want to compete in Champions League and the Premier League and try with both, we need a centre back. 100%.
That's what I think.
There's no way we're going to win the Champions League without centre back. No chance.
This is what I'm saying. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know first time. We know first
So I
time.
definitely feel like we can go through that game with our squad right now. 100%.
Just be careful, fam. Do you know them man are like, they're even gonna beat you 5, gonna lose 5 now. Do you know what I mean?
No, but
That game is so far.
with their hands, innit?
But we ain't United. We don't go out and lose them kind of games. You know what I'm saying?
But you lost to Aston Villa. You lost to Aston Villa 7-2, man.
That's what I'm saying. Don't put that 7-2.
That was the one-off. That will never happen again.
Mbappe and Haaland will never come to Liverpool.
I agree.
For Torres.
I agree. It's nothing to do with the fact that they wouldn't want to come to your club. They say your club will never go for them.
I don't think they want to come. That's to be fair. I thought
It's true,
Thiago
but-
come. I was surprised with Thiago, but I think.
Yeah,
But was he not a free transfer?
I was
Yeah,
about to
that's
say
to
Thiago.
get Suarez before he was big.
Yeah.
But even when they sold Suarez, they bought what's his name? What's that Southampton guy? What's his name? The striker.
Ings, Danny Ings.
Nah. What's his name? He was old.
Oh, Lambert.
Ricky Lambert.
Ricky Lambert.
They bought Charlie Adams.
It's big, man.
What player has, other than Thiago, has Liverpool signed at their peak? That was like a big player and everyone wanted. When?
Only Coutinho. I remember.
Yeah. Carroll.
Van Dijk, Alisson.
Carroll.
Carroll was a while ago, man.
Mane was big, not as big, obviously.
Was
But Mane
Alisson big? He was playing at Roma.
he was a big.
Nah, he wasn't, because before he came, he played second fiddle to Wojciech Szczesny, if I can remember.
Yeah.
No,
He was. After that, he was. At Roma, Szczesny was starting. So
He was.
after one season,
That's
guys
how
bought him.
Szczesny got that move to Juventus.
Juventus, yeah.
But even Van Dijk, right? Even Van Dijk wasn't a big player until he came to Liverpool. He was. I remember, I know this so well because I was begging. I was having arguments with all United saying I want Van Dijk at United, and people were like, "Yeah, he's all right. he's good. He's good, but
Why are we not going for him?
yeah."
I don't know, man.
but I feel like come next season, you're not gonna have egg on your faces. I'm telling you. I'm
Listen,
telling you.
listen,
I don't see him.
I remember today.
I feel Liverpool have been busting kids for a long time. I've been saying this. The lack of injuries.
Yeah, definitely.
Listen, now I'm looking at Salah. I'm looking at the Salah from Chelsea. But I think Liverpool's like, it's not completely.
You're winning one, you know.
Wait.
Is it?
Oh man.
Yeah,
But you lot are
yeah.
definitely in the season. I'm telling you.
They scored at 25th minute. 25th minute.
Yes, the standard procedures, man.
John Stones. What's going on there?
Yeah,
He's been doing a bit.
He's been doing all right still.
They had a player like John Stones not getting a game, fam, and we have like Phil Jones.
I don't mention that guy, please. Don't mention that guy. You've got a place for us.
So before you obviously started Lindelof and Maguire. What was you thinking about that?
No one's happy.
Take away. No one was happy, man.
I was skeptical at the beginning. Obviously, Bayern's been playing well. I don't think he deserved to be dropped, but Lindelof played really well today, so you can't really complain, to be fair.
Yo, does Liverpool want Rojo and Phil Jones on loan?
On loan?
Hey, rather
10 mil. 10 mil, yeah. 10 mil for Phil Jones.
Nah. Rather play
Are you guys desperate? It's 20 mil.
I'll play Rich James, honestly.
20 mil. No.
But Liverpool going forward, I think you guys got Burnley next. Are you worried about that game? Because Burnley,
that should be a win for us.
Yeah, but you should have beat West Ham, and what happened?
Who's winning the headers against Burnley?
It's more than that. They got Burnley on Thursday, I think.
And they got Spurs.
Yeah, they got Spurs after that as well.
Burnley scored 9 goals.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about Burnley scoring.
No, it's not about scoring. It could be a 0-0.
I see.
Burnley. We'll definitely be Burnley at home. That's a win for us.
I think we need to change the conversation. It's not about Liverpool being in terms of the title. Will Liverpool get top 4?
I think that's too.
They'll get top.
They'll get top.
See, this is where us United fans need to relax.
Liverpool.
Relax.
One at a time.
Let's relax. Now talk for now. Yeah, let's relax. They are still a good team. No matter what, as you said, no defenders. They are still a good team. Yeah. So I won't discredit Liverpool. As you said,
can I say something?
Was surprised that Liverpool even if they're so dead, why they're near the title race with no setbacks?
Can I say something?
And they'll come back like.
Just
United are only doing well because City and Liverpool are not doing well.
I'm just saying. Tottenham are 1 point behind you. Everton are still to play. Everton win their game. They go above you. Yeah, you could be 5th, 6th in a couple of days. Who else?
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I was about to say.
It's close, fam. It's
Listen,
very close.
What top six team have you guys beaten with no defense, other than Tottenham? You've only played.
They've only played Tottenham, thing.
They beat Crystal Palace.
It's not.
Listen,
We're
if you get
not
Turkey,
winning.
I think if you get Turkey.
Well, as Ryan's commented.
Rick, he says you're getting
As
too
Ryan's
brave,
on
Rick,
you,
bro.
As Ryan's on you, Rick.
I'll get on to them. I don't care.
You're getting excited over no reason. You haven't done anything.
I'm asking you questions. I didn't say you guys are not. I said, are you guys definitely going to get top 4? I said definitely going to get top 4. It's not a fair question.
I think Rick's question is actually legitimate. Like, he's not saying, "Oh, you're not going to come out the top 4." He's saying, "Rah, like, have you lot actually deeped the fact that top 4 is not as clear cut as I think?"
Oh, yeah.
That's what the question is.
I
top.
will get top 4. I definitely will get top 4.
I think Liverpool will make top 4. I do. I reckon they will beat a lot of the teams still in the league. They've got a very good midfield.
They're obviously right now, but you
And
got
I
to remember again,
genuinely think they'll make top 4.
another half of the season to go.
It's
If
true,
it was
because-
like 10 games left, fair enough. But we've still got another half. I'm saying these players are top class players.
No, but Van Dijk is gone though. He's gone for the whole season.
Yeah, but again, that's not. We've lost last game, but that's not why we're not winning games. We're winning games, we're not scoring goals.
Do you think you need one centre back, or do you think you need? I think you need 2 centre backs.
No, I think if we have one centre back, we'll be alright.
For the season.
Yeah, for the rest of the season.
Matip for me, I'm not a Liverpool fan, but he scares me if I was, because
It does scare me, but I think that's slotted in and done well. You know what I'm saying? So if we ain't gonna go out and start 2 centre backs.
so what if Fabinho gets injured? You're finished.
Then at least we have one centre back there and we still have Matip. Why are we gonna go and start 2 centre backs? That makes no sense.
I think just to cover yourself.
And Gomez to come back.
What, you think they're coming back this season?
No, but I'm saying eventually they're gonna come back. No.
No, I think don't even rush them back, because what did Van Dijk have an ACL, fam? Those injuries you can't rush back. Like, he might not be the same. He might lose a yard of pace. Who knows? So wait, I don't know, man.
I think coming this season, you're not gonna have it.
Right, cool, but man like Alfred, he's not being
Man
funny,
like
but
Alfred, you know.
he says Liverpool are finished. They need at least 5 new players. I think he's talking facts. I think he's talking facts.
I think I see it, fam.
But I know Liverpool doing bad, but you can't say they're finished when the season's not even finished and they're still close to the.
It's not even.
I'm not going to say finished because we could easily crumble and be like, oh yeah. That's the truth about it. I don't want to hear it from you. So I don't.
Most United fans are saying Oli out, oh yeah, this, that, Oli out. But now
I was one of them.
The thing is, I think
wait, you lot have come back to this. Why can't we come from that to that and move on?
It's true.
That's true. That's a
Go on,
fair point.
Josh will say something.
Liverpool's home record is amazing, so they will be hard to beat at home. And like I said, there will be a lot of teams in the league still with their defense being the way it is. I'm telling you.
Josh, yeah. How about if all those wins that are home turn into draws? How about they're still unbeaten, but all of them turn into draws? That's a lot of points.
That's what I think it's going to be. I think that's the
That's a lot
case. I don't
of
think they're going to
points.
lose games.
Yeah,
We done
they're
it.
gonna draw
I'm United. When we started becoming, we got a lot of draws at home, a lot, and it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
That turns you from being first to being like
Seventh. Yeah.
We still have Jota to come back as well. Jota was fine.
That's why the reason why I'm saying it,
He's
what I'm
close to
seeing
come
is
back.
what I see in Liverpool's future is hella draws,
Yeah.
hella nil-nils, hella 1-1.
Let's come back from this.
I don't see you guys banging goals anymore.
Top teams bounce back. Obviously, like we always bounce back. Obviously, Champions League final we lost, we came back, won the Champions League. Premier League lost it, came back, won the Champions League, won the Premier League.
The most dangerous player,
We have mentality. So I'm
the most dangerous player,
I'll give you
yeah.
a prime example. I'll give
Go
you
on.
a
I
prime
was going to
example.
say that
Look
your
at
most
Man
dangerous player today was Firmino. The most dangerous front three was Firmino.
Mate, Firmino hasn't been firing for the last 2-3 seasons, but we've managed.
He's the one that's getting in the positions to score goals. He's the only one that's doing it.
Yeah,
I think
it's true.
Liverpool. I think I'm slightly agreeing with Rick. I'm looking at Liverpool and I'm like, you're on it's like you've hit the peak, and I feel like you're declining. I feel like you're gonna start declining unless you do something.
He needs to
I
sign
really do
players.
think so. I really do think so.
Yeah.
And because even at times when you was doing well, I was looking at a team like you lot. I just felt like you were still overachieving. It's like Liverpool shouldn't be winning Champions League.
Exactly.
No, it's the injuries. I'm telling you, it's the injuries, man. Their starting 11 has been injury-free for like 3 years.
But that's my
And
point. That's my point.
You can't say
That's my
overachieving.
point. That's
Not overachieving. With that starting 11,
No.
you should be winning the honours. But one injury,
Jared-
Van Dijk, and look at you lot now. Like,
Yeah, so that's what I
it's
mean by
panic stations.
overachieving.
Now.
But that's what I mean by overachieving because
No, but-
you're overachieving with the squad that you have.
But Van Dijk,
You don't win Premier League with just starting 11.
It's true.
Wait, go on, Dan.
You know what I mean?
obviously, thing pushes up. Obviously, so we're missing a lot in midfield as well. But obviously, again, the last couple of games we haven't scored goals. So our problem is not a case where we're losing. We're losing games, yeah, but we're not scoring either. So it's not our defense; it's our attack. Our attack's misfiring. Because even when
I think it's your attack, but let's not say Liverpool are finished because people thought Man City was finished. Remember, Liverpool, Man City were like 30 something points.
Mate,
behind Man City. So let's not say Liverpool finished. Like, I'm not even going to get you over gas. I'm not even saying
One at a time. One at a time. Because we're talking a lot of Liverpool. This ain't a Liverpool channel. So let me conclude on Liverpool.
No one said they're finished. We said they're on a decline. I don't think they're finished, but they're on a decline.
I think
the guy said on the comments they're finished. I don't think.
Oh yeah, no, I don't agree with that. I feel like they're just on a decline. That's it.
Well, as says, man, you say Liverpool overachieving is so hypocritical.
Have you seen
It could be.
Have you seen your squad?
We're not even talking about Arsenal, man.
Come on.
Now,
Why is that hypocritical?
Wait, what did you say there?
But you lot are more overachieving than we are right now. You know that, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I didn't say we're
I disagree. Look at your squad, fam. After your start 11, what's your squad saying?
It's not. It's not that great, but that's not the point.
But that's why you won't. That's why you won't win multiple. You won't win multiple honors because your squad. When you look at your bench today, who did you bring on? Milner,
Jones,
Curtis Jones, Origi.
It's not that
No, but that's what they had though.
But we're still top quality side. So
It won't last long. It won't last long.
After having centre backs here, we'd have to have at least 4 centre backs injured.
Yeah, for real. We got squad there.
And you're in this problem, 2 or 3.
say that again, sorry.
If we were in your situation on our squad, we'd have to have 4 centre backs injured to be in your situation. To be playing midfielders there. Yeah, you guys have 3 or 2 centre backs injured, and it's done out here. Like
they've got a very strong side, but the squad is weak.
But we got 3 centre backs injured now. That's a lot of centre backs. So I'm saying like
we've had 3 centre backs injured for the past 4 seasons, mate.
I've been saying, I said this last episode. No one realizes Man United. We've actually struggled a bit with injuries, you know.
We've had 3
Like,
centre backs injured for a long time.
Where's Rojo?
Rojo, Phil Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you haven't been good anyway. So I'm saying that it's well enough being good and getting injuries and then falling off. You haven't been good. So you're saying I've been getting injuries, but you haven't been good. So I'm saying so.
But anyway, I just want to remind you.
Even if them players were in, I don't think you lot would have done anything anyway. You lot haven't been good. You lot only
hearing what I'm saying to you. I'm just saying to you that your squad is thin.
Yeah, no, our squad definitely thin. I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying to you.
And that's why you've overachieved, in my opinion, because the squad is so thin.
Enough about Liverpool. I want to come to Dan after, but United fans, what does this say? Like, what do you take out this game moving forward?
It shows that we're progressing.
Like, relax, fam. Relax.
Don't say relax.
We're going round.
I know what. You know what's coming. That's what I'm saying.
Jesse, go first. What do you take out this game?
I understand. I know what he's about to say. So
I'm asking you a question. What do we take from this game moving forward? Is it still a top 4 team like you said, or are we going for the league, or do we need to sign players in January? What are we saying?
This league is going to be. This league is a frustrating league. You don't know who's going to win the league. So yes, we're there now. So we have to go for it now. Like before, top 4, yeah, because before we were 6 and that people forget last season we were 6 most of the time. That's why top 4 was a target because it was becoming so close. Now that the league is close, of course we have to go for it now. And I'm seeing a difference. Like we haven't lost since Arsenal, which was back in November. So that is progress. That is why I'm Ollie in.
Yeah,
I think we need signings. I think we need signings. I think we need a DM. Fabinho, someone like Fabinho type, and we need another right back because I think I'm finished with Wan-Bissaka. He's just not good enough. So
You don't think
yeah, I don't know why. I don't like Rick is doing that because he's not a baller. He kind of survived with this for years. I can't keep watching this guy for years. Just do break dance here. Doesn't know how to it just break dance. And the thing is, the fact that we have no other option. Brandon Williams, first match. No one. He's gonna start every game, of course. So what is there?
He's a good defender.
Yeah, we've said that.
Yeah,
We said
good
that.
defender.
But going
He's a
forward,
good tackler. He's a good tackler.
It's not a lot of players that keep man quiet. So he's done well today.
but yeah, Jax, before I come to you, let me just read this by Alfred again. He says, today's game reminds him of us winning the first 3 Champions League matches and then taking it light and then losing it. I really want Cavani to start every match and get at least 2 more players in the January window. So yeah, that segues into your, how you thinking, obviously with this result moving forward to the second half of the season?
Yeah, bro. I mean, for me, nothing's changed. I will always say what I've been saying since the beginning of beginning of the season. Progress. I just want to keep seeing progress. I want to go into matches and feel that a draw against Liverpool is actually a bad result. That's progress for me, and that's all I want to see. And I don't want to look too far ahead to say we're going to win the Premier League or we're going to get top 4 or whatever, because no one really knows, right? I just say we take each game as it comes, we do well, and we move on to the next one. And at the end of the season, we see where we are. I'm not going to put too much pressure on the team to try and win the league or be so upset if we get top 4. I just want to see progress.
It's good. It's good.
Huh? It's realistic. It's about progress. That's all I want to see. I don't. For a very long time we've been talking about trying to win the league and whatever and bringing in top managers. For me, I want longevity. For me, longevity takes time, and to get there, you need to progress step by step, and that's all I'm looking for. If it manifests into us winning the league, I'll be overjoyed. If we get top 4 and we win a trophy, I'll be pretty satisfied. If we don't win a trophy and we just about scrape top 4, that will leave a bitter taste in my mouth, I think. But progress, that's all I want to see.
Right, Josh, coming to you. Obviously, 0-0. We're still top of the league. I mean, does the mentality shift? Like, are you still thinking it's a top 4, or do we need to the league still in your sets?
I still think we can win the league. We just got to take it game by game, man. There's games coming up which I think we can definitely win. We just got to take it game by game. Not drop points, because dropping points is what can make us drop down. Like, we've seen that people are climbing. Like, Man City were 6th, they now can reach the top. So the way the league is going, and obviously COVID comes into it as well, because players are dropping out with COVID, games are getting called off, all these things. So in terms of United, I think we just take it game by game. We need to just keep on winning. That's all we can do. If we win, we'll be there at the end of the league. At the end of when it comes to May, we'll be there. So we just need to keep on winning games. I know that's easier said than done, because obviously things like Europe comes into play, FA Cup, all these other competitions come into play. But this game, for example, we did really well. We could have conceded, but we didn't. We could have won the game. And I guess we just got to keep on moving. We've got Fulham next. Must win.
Yeah. Oh, Rick, I'm going to come to you last. Let me just read this comment before I come to you. Alfred again says, Oli should rest Cavani, Bruno, Fred, and our defence in the FA Cup and Europa League. Just play the best players in the league games. That's all I asked for. I was going to ask you, because Europa League, that's a big factor that I don't think we're really taking in, because to win the league and Europa League to go strong in that, yeah, it's true. There's going to come a decision where we're going to have to make if are we going to take the Europa League serious, or are we going to go for the league? We've got the squad to do it, but what are you saying?
Play the kids. I'd say just play the kids and just play the second string Europa League, fam. That's what I do.
We need to focus on the league, man.
I think today's game, the significance for me is that we need to be in it to win it. And over the past 5 years, we haven't been in it to win it. We just need to be in and around those who are at the top. We need to be challenging, just pushing them, And when an opportunity arises, it might be this season, might be next, we take it. But I just want us to be in and around the top 2 positions in the league, very close to points. I don't want to see that big gap like under Mourinho's season when we were second, and the point difference between us and City was just massive. I just want us to be closer to the top.
And that's what progress is.
Yeah, man. and obviously Dan gonna come to you on a Liverpool point of view. What are you taking from this game and going forward? Are you confident of
This guy keeps
retaining,
smiling.
or is it a top 4 thing like Ricky said?
He's
Because
smiling.
your squad right now, I don't know how you're feeling about Liverpool squad, but are you feeling positive or are you worried right now?
Personally, I'm not worried in it because I know obviously from the past I know we can bounce back. Do you know what I'm saying? We've gone through. Do you know what I'm saying, like losing Champions League finals, so obviously losing the Prem, obviously, and having it in our grasp to coming back, bouncing back. So in terms of bouncing back, I know we bounce back, and obviously we're not going for top 4. We're going for the league. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and say top 4 thing. I think we'll definitely get top 4. I think come end of the season, obviously no, I'm not just disregarding not you lot's obviously title charge or whatnot, but I personally feel it's going to be between Liverpool and City.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's only because obviously we've won it, and obviously City have won it, and obviously Spurs might be in there as well. Do you know what I'm saying? But I feel like
Spurs.
some
Spurs.
no, I'm joking.
Oh, about to say.
But yeah, no,
You never know if Jose though, guys, boy. We say Spurs, but Jose's
They're 1 point behind
manager,
Liverpool.
fam.
They're 1 point behind.
Let's not play games, fam.
It's true.
Playing Europa and then playing obviously Premier League is hard. It's not easy. So you got to choose. Are you going for Europa? Are you going? Because if United get to what quarterfinals, are you not going to keep playing the kids?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
I don't care about the European League.
Yeah, that's what Alfred says. He left a comment. He says, "Nah, mate, I just don't want Europa League or FA Cup. He just wants the Premier League." That's what he's
European
on.
League,
Europa-
No, but at the same time,
If you go
you want
guns
the
blazing
trophy.
for the league, and then
You remember, Europa League has been important in historic times because it was one route to getting into the Champions League. So if you're already in the top 4 and you're kind of not obviously certified to get top 4, but you're very likely to get top 4, then Europa League really loses its.
But what about the trophy
its
element?
support.
Because, like you said, Ollie needs to win silverware this
No,
year.
but
Well, then the play, we got the
it's too much of a. I think we lose too much. The European League takes a lot from your squad in terms of the league.
but
It takes a lot from your
playing
squad.
Thursday and then you're playing Sunday. You know what I'm saying having to catch up sometimes is harder because
Exactly.
like the City, obviously, if they get going and they're like 3 or 4 points ahead and you draw, bro, City will take it and just go.
and they'll just go. Yeah.
Yeah, so and yeah, exactly. Sundays playing more. You're obviously more pressure when you're playing Sundays. After obviously someone's already played. And say
Yeah.
City's played Saturday, they've won 5-0. Now you lot are playing Sunday. You lot have to go and win. So I'm saying there's a lot. So it's not easy. I think obviously United have done well to come back. So, but obviously again it's a long way to go. So I'm saying
It's a long way to go. It's a long way to go.
Games left. I'll say yeah, you lot can, but it's a long way to go. And obviously it's only a couple of points because if you not lose a game or two, bro, you're back out of the top 4.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Man.
So everybody needs to relax.
Yeah.
Each
Like,
game has a chance.
That's what I'm saying. We just got to keep on
Basically,
winning, man.
We have to win every game. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we got to keep on
Each
winning.
game as it comes. Each game as it comes, man. That's it.
Still got to play us again. Got to play Spurs. Got to play Leicester, Aston Villa.
true.
So
And
it's
you
a
know
long
what's
way.
mad about that? You know what's mad about that? The whole top 6 apart from I think Arsenal, the rest are away games. We have to play Man City away.
Yeah,
games.
but
We have to play
our away
That's
form,
good.
our away form.
I trust our way.
That's what I'm saying. I prefer it away. I don't like this at home.
Can I say
love
something
away
as well,
games.
guys? Yeah. Since
Darren.
we signed Bruno Fernandes, people are forgetting that we have accrued
points.
the most points.
Yeah,
And that's why I am confident. I'm not just talking because it's my opinion. I'm actually looking at data. Yeah, in terms of form, Liverpool are like 13th in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this is why I'm saying these things. I'm not just being mean to be.
Yeah, just because we're
I
United
talk
fans.
very highly of Liverpool and the way you guys are going about things. I talk very, very highly about it. I'm saying right now, you guys we're on the up, and you guys have a patch of bother to deal with. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that it could go well for you guys, but it could equally end up, equally. So
Hey, listen, I need my fried jam,
Yeah, bro, I'm going to wrap up. Obviously, Alfred just leaving this last comment. He says, Liverpool are not in the title race. How can they be? It's between Spurs, United this year, City. No, they can't be in it.
Alfred's deluded.
Wait, no, shout out Alfred. That's our guy, man.
Alfred's my guy.
Alfred.
Alfred, I love you, but you're deluded, bro.
He said no.
But obviously, guys, we're going to wrap up there. Next week, I don't know if you guys remember, we have Liverpool again in the FA Cup.
Oh, wait. Remember that question when you said, would you rather win the...
Oh, yeah. Let me ask you now. Obviously, the game's gone now, but does this FA Cup mean anything? Because right now...
Yes.
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 You're playing Liverpool.
Okay.
Even if
Liverpool.
Liverpool as a
And
friendly, it
we
means
go
something, bro.
to the next round if we win. I want to come out.
Yes,
we're not gonna get
yes,
into that.
yes.
We're not gonna get into that because
In round
obviously
We're
four.
doing a preview.
we'll do another preview later in the week. Obviously, Dan, I
Okay.
hope you're back for that. But yeah, man, guys, we're gonna wrap up there. The honors are shared. It's Liverpool 0, Man United 0. United sit at the top of the summits right now. Liverpool in second or third, I don't know. But yeah, we'll be back later this week for the FA Cup preview.
One more thing as well. Another dead game between United and Liverpool.
Yeah, the nil-nils are piling up, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
mad.
it is.
But we'll take it, man. We'll take it.
That is
We'll
another
take
ball game. But that should have been one of the best games of the season for me.
it. For real.
It was a good 0-0 game, though.
Hype.
It was actually
The hype was
quite
crazy.
an exciting
When
good
When
game.
I asked him,
Oh,
who do you think was a better team today?
Because I think it was a better.
I'll say
I feel you lot had a better chances, but I feel we was a better team.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
Chances win games, right?
Bro, stop.
He's trolling.
I mean,
But you didn't win though, did you?
Exactly.
It's true. Hey, boys, I just go get my fried
But yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap up there. Make sure you smash that subscribe button and that like button. Leave your comments. And yeah, man, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
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 on you, man.